The Circle is back on Netflix. I think that they just posted the last episode of the season. I haven't watched the whole season yet. It's season 2. I love this show, man. I love this show. Like, I watched it as a goof, I think, in the beginning of the first season. What was it? Like Joey Cheeseballs was on the show or something like that. Remember that guy?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Got to get his catchphrase going.
Yeah. Everybody, like, is obsessed with the characters on these shows for, like, 2 weeks and then forgets they ever existed. But they all become, to some degree, social media stars. Like, they have YouTube channels. They have followings. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know? But so the premise of The Circle, for those of you that didn't watch season 1, or haven't seen season, I don't know what you're doing if you haven't seen this show. But the premise is that they have this building, which somebody told me, by the way, Hot Dog, there are different versions of The Circle for, like, every country. Like, and there are people I know who have watched, like, are so obsessed with this show that they've not only watched both seasons of the U.S. Circle, but they've watched all the different countries. Like, they watched the UK one. I think the one in Brazil is supposed to be really, really good. I haven't watched the other countries' Circle seasons, but I have.
Yeah, I think it started in the UK. I think they were the first ones.
Yeah, so you know how they moved them into a building that has a big circle on the outside and has, like, decorated for TV hallways and everything?
Yeah.
What I heard, I don't know if this is true, somebody just told me this, is that they do every season in the UK. Like, they show Chicago or they show whatever city, but every season, including the US seasons, are actually taped in the UK. And every season takes place in that same building. Like, that same building is just set up to do The Circle. And so they just rotate different casts in and out, in and out. Although that would be a little tough, because if they shot this during COVID, which you would have to assume that they did shoot this during COVID,
right?
How did they get everybody to England and back? Depending on
when you're Netflix, when you're Netflix, I'm sure you could figure that out.
They got it like that.
Safe way. Yeah, they got it like that.
That's a good point too. That's a good point too. So yeah. So basically, the deal is that they move, I don't know, 8 people into an apartment building, and each of the 8 people live alone. They get their own apartment to themselves. They have a kitchen, a living room, a bedroom, shitter, the whole thing. And they have, like, screens in every room. And it's basically a social media reality show where they're part of something called The Circle, and they all have their little pictures, and they write little profiles, and none of them see each other, and there's no video calling, it's like Yolanda on 90 Day Fiancé. There's no video calling, there's no nothing. It's just chatting and photos and it's like 2 photos max that are posted. And that's it. And the whole show is literally, you're just sitting there with the cameras. It's not even cameramen. It's like cameras that are wired in the room, and people are talking out loud to their screens. Circle message, open new message, send private DM to Bryant. Message, Bryant, hey dog, how you doing? Last night was wild, huh? Laughing emoji, tongue out emoji, question mark, send.
Send.
Yeah, send. And you're watching these people have these conversations, and on paper, you're like, that sounds terrible. Like, I can't believe that this show actually got made, because the pitch for it must have sounded like, who would watch that? But then when you actually watch it, you're like, yeah, I'm in. I'm hooked. Like, both seasons it did that to me. Like, I watched as a goof, like, this is going to be so bad. And then as I'm watching, I'm invested. Like, I'm sitting there I swear, when I knew that I was in this season was when I literally, I was like, well, this is a dumb episode because I know who's going to get eliminated. And then Courtney didn't get eliminated. And I was like, oh, I was like, wait a minute. I'm not just observing anymore. I'm invested.
It's I feel like it's weird whenever the cast walks in there and they kind of seem confused into what show they are, because they all kind of seem like they want to fuck each other. Like they seem like they're in a dating show or something like that.
Yeah, they're all sending like they're like all flirting with each other and everything. Like, yo, we're gonna hook up, and it's like you're not gonna see each other. Yeah. I don't like. There's no build up to this eventual, especially because like, look, so. This is kind of the cast that it starts with. And then it always kind of feels like they're making it up as they go. You know, with like, okay, we're going to eliminate somebody and 2 people are going to come in and join the cast. Okay, we're going to eliminate 2 people and this time nobody's going to join the cast. This time this is going to happen. Like there's no set of rules, but these were the people that jumped in. So like there's what's this guy's name? Jack. So well, we'll get to Jack. This is a British lady. Her name's Chloe.
Chloe. Yeah.
Yeah, Chloe. She's a wild child, but she was on another Netflix reality show. Did you watch Too Hot to Handle, Hot Dog?
I saw a few episodes of it. It was like 10, 20 hot people in an island, and they had to not have sex for a month. Ooh.
Yeah, that would have been easy. That would have been easy for you. Hot Dog would be like, just don't put another dude in the room, and I'll be fine.
Yeah. No problem.
Yeah, so Chloe was on that show. And then this guy's hilarious. This guy was, I barely even remember anything about him. Bryant. That's his name, right? Bryant? He's like the really nice guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got eliminated right away. I'm not going to do any spoilers, especially because, I'll do like Bryant got eliminated. That was a spoiler, I guess.
First 2.
But whatever. I'm not going to do any serious spoilers, especially because I haven't watched the end of the show. So, I wouldn't even know what to spoil. I don't care if it gets spoiled for me, but I know some of you do. Courtney over here is just like, super dramatic, trying to build, and that's the other thing. Like
he doesn't have a good sense of character either. Like he can't really read people well.
No, terrible. Everybody's trying to read each other based on like chat messages and try to start like groups, like friendship groups, But everybody, you could just you're typing, like you could type whatever. You don't even have to have a poker face. I mean, why wouldn't you lie about everything?
And there's no reason to get invested. No. And then, oh man, I'm friends with this person. Bro, everyone's working here.
Everybody.
We're all working.
And they're especially that's your girl Savannah right there. Hot Dog was real bummed. Savannah got eliminated pretty quick too. But Savannah was dumb. Savannah was like being outwardly dramatic to people. And you're going like,
that other bitch was like getting on her case.
Terralisha?
Yeah.
Well, Terralisha
didn't do nothing wrong.
Terralisha didn't last long either. You can't be that dramatic. You can't be that overtly dramatic. People get sick of it. But oh yeah, and then you got this cheesecake over here. What's his name? I thought I wrote it down. Maybe I didn't. Now I forget his name. Mitchell. Mitchell over here. Mitchell is like this hot dude that's like he just thinks that people are just genuinely nice, and it's like, no, dude. You're a good-looking guy. Like, I hate when good-looking people think that human beings are just generally nice and don't realize people are nice to you because you're good-looking. Like, that's not...
They've been sheltered.
Yeah, they have been sheltered. Like, Hot Dog, you and I are very lucky. We see the honest truth in human beings.
Sometimes a little bit too much.
Yeah, I mean, no, you literally... I could
use a little bit of padding.
You literally had a woman, a very sexual woman, tell you that she assumes that you have no genitals and assumed that you would take that as a compliment.
Yeah, I could have used some padding on that.
Yeah. Like Mitchell, nobody would ever assume that he has no genitals because so many people meet this guy and think about his genitals, It happens all the time, I'm sure. Not to us.
He's also, if you remember season 1, that mother-son team, that he's the brother. He's part of that family.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of weirdness. Yeah, that's the other thing.
This is like bullshit. Like, come on. Now you're just like getting hookups to be on the reality show? What's going on here?
Exactly. We had to scratch and claw our way onto this reality show. You got to go through the shortcut. You got to go in through the window.
Second generation circle member.
Not right. It's not right. Yeah, but the other thing is they can lie. That's like, for instance, like this lady. They can lie. They can just decide to go in and go like, no, this is the picture I'm going to show. Like, some of the ladies pretend they're dudes. I mean, everybody in that house is so stupid, though. Like, there was one episode where it was like a quiz. Like, you had to answer, like, they do games, and it was like a quiz. And it was like, name the 3 basketball players in this photo. And it was Rodman, Pippen, and Jordan. I'm like, I don't even watch basketball. Like, this has to be, like, is this for second graders? Like, I mean, this is the
girls wouldn't get that. I feel like
they would get. Where's your cultural education? It's what?
No, Pippen wouldn't. Yeah, most girls would miss that.
Poor Pippen too. That's what I was really feeling bad for. If he's watching that show or his kids are watching that show or anything, like they showed multiple people going like, well, that's definitely Dennis Rodman. And that's definitely Michael Jordan. I don't know who that guy in the middle, though, is. I'm not sure about that. And it's like, oh, Scottie. Oh, Scottie Pippen. No wonder he's so bitter. Like, I get it. But so you could lie, right? You could say you're somebody else. There's a woman on there pretending to be her husband. You could just bring in a chick's picture. This lady, I guess, is Lance Bass's assistant. And she's pretending to be Lance Bass from NSYNC. Except also, like, Lance Bass probably feels like shit because this hot British lady, Chloe, when Lance Bass came on, he was like, I'm a member of the boy band. I'm a member of NSYNC. Chloe goes, what's NSYNC? Oh. And it's like, oh.
The years past by.
Yeah, because that's not Chloe being stupid. That's you being old. And you're like,
how dare you not know me?
All the young hot chicks, like that was the whole audience. Like that's who knew us.
I was hot 20 years ago.
Yeah. And now, instead of this woman idolizing Lance Bass, he's got her. Which, I guess it's good to have people, is the point. It's good to have people. And I don't know, maybe this is because I watch a lot of stuff on Netflix. And, I have been watching the Selena show. Like, when this lady shows up and she's Lance Bass's person and she's around Lance Bass and she's taking care of his business and now she's pretending to be Lance Bass on The Circle, I'm like, watch out. I watched that bitch Yolanda. Like, Yolanda would have done that to Selena is all I'm saying. I don't know this woman's character. I'm not accusing her of anything. I'm just saying that if The Circle had been around in 92, Yolanda would have gone on and pretended to be Selena or Tejano Angel. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's all.
So Lance should watch his back, is what you're saying.
Just be aware. I don't want to be so flagrant as to say that. I would say he should be aware. I think he should definitely be aware. Like, if you were like, Sam, like, I know I spend a lot of time working for you and with you. What if I went on this show and I could just pretend to be you? I'd be like, no, hot dog. I don't want that to be our relationship. I need you to be your own man. Like, you can't be that close. And you'd go, why?
You see me on the show and all the information I have on you. Like, man, I could pretend to be Sam forever.
Yeah. You're like filling out your like profile box and my social security number. I'm like, how does he know all this stuff? Yeah, no. Because one day Jess would come to me and she goes, Sam, these numbers don't add up. The numbers that Hot Dog's in charge of, they don't add up. And I go, let me talk to the dog. And I go, Hot Doge, what's going on with this money? Next thing I know, I'm stumbling out of a hotel room. I don't want to get involved in all that. I can't. And maybe that's what, I was horrified by Selena's story at a very young age. I was like 10 or 11 years old when that all went down. Maybe that's why I don't let people get close to me. Because it's like, I know what can happen. I know.
DTA.
Exactly. Don't trust nobody, you stupid son of a bitch. But yeah, so this lady's pretending to be Lance Bass, and then she gets eliminated pretty quick. And it's like, oof. And it's not, she didn't get eliminated because people were suspicious. Like, Lance Bass got eliminated.
Like, I mean, everyone, it was weird because no one really made a big deal out of it because obviously they figured, this isn't Lance Bass. So it was like a weird play for her. Like, she just came in there and she was like, I'm going to let everyone know that I am a catfish.
Yeah. Lance Bass, even Lance Bass is too busy for this. Like, that's not.
Yeah.
Lance Bass is not in the circle right now. And they're like, it's 100% right. And then this guy, this is Jack. Jack's kind of a douche, Don't you think he's kind of a douche, Hot Dog? Or do you like him?
That's first impression.
Yeah.
I don't think I would. For me, I didn't get that far. I don't remember seeing him.
He's like on the whole show. He's playing the
beginning?
Yeah, he's playing the girl. He's playing the hot blonde. He's
okay.
Yeah. So you just thought he was a douche based on that picture alone.
Yeah, I love
Yeah. So he's he's pretending to be a girl. And so he's like flirting with people as the girl.
With the guys.
Yeah. And it's always like,
it's always awkward.
Like, yeah, so it's a little It's a little rough. And then they did a makeup challenge. This is what did him in, Hot Dog. They did a makeup challenge.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he presented. That looks like it came from Leatherface's family's house. Like, that is terrifying. That's straight out of Ed Gein's workshop. That is not okay. And they were like, everybody in the house was like, or in the building was like, a woman never did that. There was no woman that painted that styrofoam head.
That is a man.
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, probably a murderer. Probably a man that kills people. This is a horrifying image. But yeah, I'm gonna finish it tonight. I love it. I can't help but think though of how bad I would be on that show, because you have to read
about it all the time. I think I would be amazing on that show.
I would watch you on that show. You know why you would be good on that show, Hot Dog?
Mm-hmm.
You love the drama. You love the drama. You love the texts, the group texts. Like, you love being involved in all that stuff. And you'd be so involved in everything. And you'd be like fake best friends with everybody. And then here's exactly how you would play it. You'd be fake best friends with everybody, but you'd be shit talking everybody behind everybody's back, you know? Like you do in real life. And
I would go, like, because I know I gotta, cover my bases just in case I get caught. Oh, I thought I was his best friend. I'll be like, bro, I'm a double agent. Like, trust me. Like, his best friend. I'm actually your friend.
You'd be the guy. They did like one, the way they vote people off is that, they rank. It's like a MySpace top 8. Everybody votes and to rank all the castmates in order of who they like the best. And then they take the average of who everybody likes the best, and that's the ranking. And so the top 2 get to become what's known as influencers, and they get like a blue check next to their name. And they're the ones who get to come together and decide who to eliminate from the show. Or, I'm sorry, who to block. It's blocking. See, it's all social media terms. And, there was like one that got real suspicious because literally the whoever it was, I don't even remember which person it was. They're sitting there going like, oh, I'm going to make sure that I don't get looped into any drama. So this person just, like this cast member, just listed all the names of everybody and went, what do you think? Oh, this person's a possibility. What do you think? And it was so blatantly obvious. Like the other person was like, why won't they say anything? They're just trying to get me to make all the decisions here. This is so obvious. Like, Hot Dog, you would get involved with everybody and everything, and you'd have a decent run, but you would be flabbergasted when everybody turned on you. Like when you were exposed, and you'd be exposed, by halfway through the game. Yeah, you'd be exposed by everybody, and you'd be shocked. You'd be like, I did not see this coming at all. And everybody else would be like, how could you think this would go any other way? Like, this is so clearly.
We talked to the other people, and you're pretending to be everyone's best friend.
Yeah. Everybody knew. Like, there's literally a group chat with everybody except you on it. And it's basically everybody's doing to you what you did to everybody.
Yeah. No, that's my best play, I feel like, if I was on the show.
Yeah, I'd be like, and they go like, circle group chat is open, and they'll show like everybody sitting alone in their own apartments by themselves going, oh, the group chat is open. Woo! And like they're going in, and like I said, there's no cameramen in the apartments. It's just like stationary cameras that people are moving in a control room or whatever. And like, I'd be a disaster on that show. I'd be sitting there going like, okay, can you respond with, like, I wouldn't read out loud. Like, I wouldn't be interacting with the scene. Like, they send costumes to act stuff out, even though you're by yourself. I wouldn't put on any of the costumes. Like, I wouldn't do any of that stuff.
You'd just be quiet during the group
chat. I'd be so quiet. I'd be like, I'd be reading. I forget. I would read everything to myself. I mean, if I went on a vacation, if I went on a week-long vacation by myself, I would probably be silent for the entire week. I don't talk.
And you'd be perfectly fine like that.
It'd be awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Like, Yeah, it'd be great. I've had times where like I'll forget my phone at home, and I'll remember 5 minutes after I left the house and go like, "Well, it's gone now." I'm just gonna have to go all day without my phone. Like, I don't mind not being in communication, but this idea of constant like they sit there and like they'll get a message that says like, "Man, I thought we were friends, but you know how it goes." And then they sit there reacting to it out loud because it's a TV show. They have to. And they go, "You know how that goes. I wonder what she means by you know how that goes. Maybe she means that she's right that they were friends. Or maybe it means they weren't as close as she thought they were. Oh, if they're not as close as they thought they were, maybe she's trying to make friends with me now." And it's like, I would never invite anybody into my thought processes like that. I keep my thought processes very, very close to the vest. I don't vocalize my thoughts ever.
It would be amazing to see you on this show.
Just because I'd be like anywhere else, please. I would like to be anywhere else. Like,
please, put me on Too Hot to Handle, please. I just want to get out of here.
Just get out of here. I mean, and too, I'd be like, it's good for the brand. People are gonna go to the YouTube channel now. Oh, I remember Sam Roberts. I saw him on that Netflix show. I want to. No, I couldn't do it. I would hate it. And I would be the worst cast member they've ever had on the show. The worst. Because I wouldn't interact. But any of those reality shows, Too Hot to Handle, it would take me like a day before, like, I was literally going up to people and going, "This is really stupid, guys. This is so stupid. Why are we doing this? This is so dumb." And the producers are going, Sam, come here, stop. What are you doing? Sam, what do you, like, don't bring your negativity. Like, don't poison the well.
You're bumming everybody out.
Yeah. Like, nobody wants to have sex because you're bumming everybody out. And if nobody wants to have sex, it's so easy not to have sex. I'm like, well, guys, this is dumb. Shut up. Stop saying that. You're very negative.
Here's what would happen if you were on The Circle. You know how sometimes they vote, like when they're doing their influencer vote, they vote for people that they figure aren't going to get too many votes as their number one.
Yeah.
So they can kind of even it out.
Yeah.
You would probably get the number one vote from everybody. And then just end up as the influencer when it's not what you wanted to at all.
Yeah, I didn't want to, like, they're like, "Hey, isn't it exciting that we're influencers?" And I'd be like, "I don't even know how I got on this show. I don't even want to be here." Like, no. Or maybe I would handle it the way I used to do, like, AOL in 1995 and 1996 and just tell everybody I'm Goldust. Like, just
that would be amazing.
It's like, I'm a professional wrestler Goldust, former Intercontinental Champion, actually. I got a Razor Ramon tattoo on my chest. I'm Goldust. I'm the wrestler. I'm Goldust. It would be funny.
With any wrestler.
Yeah. If I was like, "Hi guys, my name's Brian, but most people know me as the Blue Meanie from ECW." Yes. I'm here on The Circle, the Blue Meanie. And it's like, the Blue Meanie would be perfect because people would be like, "Oh, I remember the Blue Meanie," but they wouldn't be like, "He's too famous for The Circle." They'd be like, "Oh yeah, the Blue Meanie would be on The Circle." Like, if Chloe from that reality show is on The Circle, I could see the Blue Meanie doing The Circle.
The Blue Meanie could use $100,000. Like, sure, yeah, I could see him getting on it for this.
Yeah, I mean, who couldn't, right? Who couldn't? And then somebody would get eliminated, and they're like, "You know what? Before I go home, I'm gonna eliminate the Blue Meanie." And they'd see me, and I'm gonna go visit the Blue Meanie, and they come see me, and they go, "You're not the Blue Meanie," and I'm like, "No, I'm not the Blue Meanie."
Then they'd go like, "Why? Like, why the Blue Meanie?
Why the Blue Meanie?" I'm like, "Because he's awesome." "What do you mean, why the Blue Meanie?" Except I wouldn't be the Blue Meanie, except I would be sitting there in a half tee and Daisy Dukes, and they're like, "Why are you dressed like the Blue Meanie? It's not," and I'm like, "What?" They're like, you don't have to. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. What?
You wouldn't even ask for permission because, like, the same how that lady asked for like Noseland's Bass and asked for permission. You'd be pretending to be Triple H and just like grab photos from like Instagram.
Yeah. Hey guys, Hunter here. I live in Greenwich, Connecticut. I like spitting water out, beating people up, and my family. Behold the King of Kings. Yeah. No, yeah. The show would air, and I'd be getting text messages from the Blue Meanie going, "Sam, like, I already thought it was weird that you asked me for a Patreon for your show when you could have just asked me to record a video. Why would you not reach out and tell me that you're going to pretend to be me?" I'm like, "I don't know, bro. I didn't even think about it. I don't know." I'd
They
be
just
like,
asked me. I just have blue meanie.
how great would it be if I'm like, hey guys, so happy to be on the circle. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I am one of the greatest punters in the history of the NFL. Played for the Colts, went to 2 Super Bowls. I'm Pat McAfee. I have my own radio show. So I'm McAfee with
Here's some photos to prove it.
Yeah, and here, look. How else do I get these photos of Pat McAfee? Well, it wasn't Pat
Here
McAfee.
I am. Here I am with Sam Roberts.
Yeah, exactly. Here's a picture of me and Sam Roberts. Here's a picture of me and Sam Roberts and Triple H. Here's me and Sam Roberts and Michael Cole. It's me.
Follow him at Not Sam.
Yeah, at Not Sam. It's me, Pat McAfee. I super good at kicking footballs. And then you know what would happen? They do like, because they're bastards this way. They do like some game where they're like, okay, you have to answer football trivia questions. What does a punter do? And I'd go, I don't know. I could never tell you.
Like, you have to be like silly about it.
Yeah. What does a punter do? Host a podcast. What does a punter do? Commentary on SmackDown.
But seriously, don't ask me.
Seriously, yeah, no, I'm just like just keep joking until he's not going to answer seriously, is he? What's the deal? Why is Pat McAfee on the circle?
Who knows what they do at their jobs? Am I right, guys?
I don't know, guys. What does a punter do? I don't know, man. Sometimes sleeps on the job. You know what I mean? Like, what? What are you talking about?